Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Miguel, and today what we're talking about is how most men's standards are way too high when it comes to dating. But listen guys, this video isn't meant to discourage anyone or anything, but once you actually know your true worth, at that point you can still change. So recently I was talking to a guy I know, and he was telling me how he met this girl, got her IG, and he started DMing her. But every time she would respond, it was like one word responses, or she would just leave him on red. And he couldn't figure out why. Pulls up a picture, and this girl is gorgeous. She's an Instagram model, got well over 100,000 followers. But him, on the other hand, he's maybe about 20-25% body fat. Really not the most charismatic of a guy, and doesn't make the most amount of income. So he's trying to figure out ways that he can kind of win her over. And I try to tell him politely, listen, man, maybe she's just not too interested. Maybe she just focus on herself, come hit the gym with me, and just put her on the back burner. He wasn't having that answer. Like I said, he felt like he needed to buy her flowers, ask her on a date, or just something to win her over. Well, a few days go by, and unfortunately, his tactics didn't really work. Once again, he got rejected, and now he's even a bit more hurt than he was before. Us men need to know exactly what we bring to the table before we can expect to have everything we want in a woman. But nowadays, it seems like it's so common that that's not the case. Most of us men haven't even considered working on ourselves. But of course, they want the cream of the crop woman. And then they find a girl they find fairly attractive. They go chase her, and after so many thirsty attempts, they get rejected. Now they're over here blaming the girl for not wanting to date backwards. And of course, after that, they go online, they start going to the Black Bill comment section, and hey, you guys are right. There's so many guys out there nowadays where their egos are so overinflated that it's causing them to be blind to reality. Women have and always have wanted the best, most well-rounded guy that they can get. And this is why 80% of women are with the top 20% men. So if you haven't put in the work in the gym, if you haven't worked on improving your income, improving your personality, you're quite frankly just going to be in the average category. And I hate to put it like this, but really you're going to be fighting for the crumbs in the bottom of the barrel with the masses, unless you decide it's time to change. So one of my favorite YouTubers named First Man made a video called The Average Man is a 3 out of 10. And in this video, he basically says how the average guy perceives himself as either a 6 or a 7. When in reality, with the true global scale, they're somewhere between a 3 and 4. And I mean, he breaks down flawlessly exactly the scale, gives you amazing visuals so you kind of follow along and really understand what he's saying. And man, I've watched videos for years. Nothing really made more sense than that video. And I mean, the moment I heard it, I really knew I needed to buckle down and really focus on my self-improvement. But guys, I highly, highly recommend after this video going to watch that video, and I'm telling you, it could change your life. So once you come to the realization that you're not quite as high in the scale in the woman's eyes, you can really start putting in the work. Now, I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers who are going to say, hey, it's going to be 6 months of hard work and you'll be able to pull your 8s, 9s, and 10s. That's not going to be the case. I mean, realistically, if all the ducks in a row and you have some great genetics, I would say 3 years minimum. But for the most guys, this can be a 5, 10 plus year journey. Now, it all depends on how dedicated and how disciplined you are. My first course of action would be fitness, and this is going to be pretty difficult, especially before it becomes a habit. But you go in there, get a nice workout routine, make sure you do everything right in the kitchen, and you really don't overindulge in the junk food. You really push past your limits, break those mental barriers, and really incorporate the progressive overload. After a few years, you should be able to build a well above average physique. But really, up until then, most girls aren't going to be admiring you for your body. So if you're looking to maximize your dating potential, you're really going to put in a lot of hard work, sweat, and tears. Now, alongside your fitness journey, what I would also incorporate is some research in how to improve your income. And I mean, this could be from side work, preferably with something that you do enjoy doing, but even as your 9 to 5, either figuring out ways to get on your boss's good side to try to get a promotion, putting in a few extra hours to try to get a pay raise, or I mean, even looking up crypto, how to trade, how to code, something to get your income up. Because quite frankly, if you're making minimum wage or a little bit more, a woman's not going to look at you like you can be the provider for her children, and that's going to unfortunately hurt you in the dating game. There's so many other factors that most guys don't even consider on improving, like your charisma and personality, and going online or reading books to get some information and using what you learned and actually putting it into practice. Working on your skin and doing a face routine, or actually drinking enough water to make sure all your organs are healthy. And just being well groomed, but not like this. Barber's out of town, he'll be back in a few days. But one of the things I see the most is most guys are not interesting. And the reason being is they haven't done anything. The only thing they do is just Netflix or watch porn all day. You need to go out and get some life experiences or read plenty of books, learn a thing or two, and just have something to be able to talk about. There's so many things nowadays that a lot of men lack, myself included, that can be easily improved. But regardless, you need to have the self-awareness to really look at yourself, find out what you bring to the table, and be able to really put yourself in the right category. And then after that, you will realize what you will attract. But you can't be upset with women for not wanting to date below them. But knowing that fact, now you can really push for change. You can do what needs to be done in order to level yourself up. And I mean, if you put women from the top to the back of your head just for a couple years, I guarantee you, if you have the discipline, you have the dedication, you put in the work, you'll be able to attract the woman that you feel you do deserve. Now, I know being on self-improvement for an extended period of time is pretty difficult. So here I got a video for you that will give you some tips on how to be more consistent. Remember guys are great. Continue to be great. Have a good day.